Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and today we're going to go over how I made this. I kind of showed you guys that yesterday when I did the other envelope pocket, and I'll show you what I did. Oh, throwing everything on the all over. So I made another one of these using the kits that I'm going to be using for my next journal, which is a blue and cream colored journal for Nora. Hi Nora, thank you so much. So I have made another one of the pockets just like we did yesterday, and so this is the inside and this is the outside, and I used one of my covers, you know, the envelope covers with the window opening, and this one is in my Spooky Stamps digital download. It's just an extra in there that I kind of threw in because it was the first one that I did of those. So there's a little journaling card, and it goes right in here. If I can get it in there. And then you can see the little house and stuff through the window, so that's kind of fun. And then this one goes right in here. And then this closes, this will come over and the flap goes behind if you just put the glue, you know, on this portion right here like I was showing you guys yesterday. So that is that one, and that one's going into Nora's journal. And then I finished off this is one of the, what do you call them? Coffee filters, the percolator filters. And so this is one I did just like Lorie did. Where she stitches both sides. Then there's a pocket here, and a pocket in the middle. So these are the cards that I made, journaling cards to go inside. And that one goes in that pocket. And then this little fairy, that comes out of my buttons digital download. So she goes in there. And then this one goes over here. And I backed it with like lace. Well, it looks like lace paper. And then this is a cabinet card that I got off the Graphics Fairy. So that's just going to go right in there. And then it'll slip into a pocket, or you can, you know, hook it onto a page with a paper clip. So I'll show you how I do these. And I got this idea off of Pinterest. I don't know how they did it exactly. I mean, I'm assuming it's something like this, but I just saw the picture of it. I didn't see how they did it or anything. So I'm just cutting a sliver off of each side of the envelope, just like that, just so I can get the envelope open, basically, is all that we're doing. So it's easy to work with. And then I'm going to open it like this, and I'm going to cut this flap off because we don't need it at all. We just need the envelope flap, like the ceiling flap, and the part with the window. And I'm just going to cut this. Woo! That's if I cannot tear it. If I'd ever learned to hold on to it, it would help a whole bunch. Why is it doing that so bad? Oh, well, that's lovely. So we will trim this and make it look a little bit better. That cutter is super persnickety with anything that's old paper, or like this has been coffee dyed, so it's kind of, I guess, a little bit fragile or whatever. It just does not like it, and it gets all weird. Okay. Oh great, I dropped my little cutter out of there. So we'll save this to use for something else, if nothing else, for the coffee dyed paper that it is. And so you take the flap that doesn't have the window, or you know, the end that doesn't have the window, and you fold it to the window, just to it. Don't go over it because you'll be able to see it through there. So you just want to go to the window. And then you're going to take the other end and you're going to meet up with the other window. So put both rounded edges of the windows together, basically, is all it is. So you just want to meet the windows so that there's nothing covering either side of the window there. And it helps if you get it straight. Where did I put my bone folder? I swear if I'd ever learned to put that back, it would be very helpful. Okay, and then what we're going to do is cut some of these flaps off that we don't need, kind of like when you make a coin envelope. Sorry. And this one I put salt on, so this is why it looks bumpy and lumpy right here. But it gives you those kind of cool little starbursts. And then we can just cut this, or you can round the corners. I kind of rounded them on the other one, but we'll just cut it like a little bit with a slant there. And it's not going to matter really what it looks like on the back because it'll get glued down in the journal unless you decide to, you know, put it in a pocket or something like that. But it is a pocket, so I would assume you're not going to put a pocket in a pocket, but never know. You might. Okay, for some reason these are really not even. I'm going to cut a little bit more off of this just so it closes right. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I'm going to put it right along the very edge right here. And along this edge too, sorry. That way we get a good, you know, seal on it. Just bumping my mouse. I've been having trouble with my internet. I already filmed this video once today, but for some reason our internet is being wacky and it just kept cutting out on me. And so now that I'm here without everybody being here, I'm hoping I'll be able to get a video because it's not, it's like it's competing like with whoever else is using it. I don't know. You know, I know nothing about this stuff. It's all Greek to me. So anyways, then I'm going to take off. I have one of those kind of seals, but you can see it gets kind of weird when it coffee dyes. So I'm just going to put some extra glue on there to make sure it stays down. So yeah, anyway, this is the second time I've done this video. And I got a new video camera, but I am using a phone again. I'm actually using my daughter's old phone that has a shattered screen because the camera still works just fine in it. And that way we don't have the issue of, you know, if the kids need to get a hold of me or whatever, just whatever with my phone. I just didn't really want to use my phone. So my son hooked my daughter's old phone up to the computer, which is the problem with the internet. And that way I don't have to touch the screen or anything, and it's just up in the, oh my gosh, I need to stop cutting this because I'm just making it worse. I should have just left it. It was fine. It's just up in the little, you know, holder, tripod thingy. So anyways, so then what we're going to do is go ahead and decorate this. And I was thinking this might be fun to turn into another pocket, but one that goes around the page, like you may have seen Gail Augustinelli do stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and just bring in the corner a little bit, not super far, and glue that down. That way at least it's kind of got a nice edge. Just so we're not, you know, wasting it. Might as well make it into a pocket. These make fairly sturdy, you know, pockets. They're not, they don't tear super easy. So I think that that'll be a good thing. I'm trying to see which row I did about there, I think. I'm looking at the design on here to gauge about where it's at. I mean, they'll be on 2 different pages, so it's not a huge issue, but, you know, kind of want them to be sort of even at least, right? So then when you glue it onto the page, if you are getting my meaning here, if I can find my, sorry, had to reach. So if I have a page like this, I can just go like this and glue like this side, this side and this side, you know what I mean? And then I've got a nice little tuck pocket there, but it goes on both sides of the page. So that'd be kind of fun. We could do that. See, that's what I'm talking about with the phone. And I know you can put it on airplane mode. A very nice subscriber told me to put on airplane mode, but I like it if for any reason the kids have an issue. I don't want to be, you know, on something for an hour and have no idea. Because my daughter drives quite a ways to school, and so I just want to make sure if she needs something, I'm, you know, can talk to her about it or whatever. I'm trying to decide, do I want to use this or something else? Maybe I'll use Medieval Mirage, just in case I don't use this one in this journal, because I already did one for this journal. We'll do this one in the blues more. So this one I'm just going to kind of collage all over it, I think. And I like those roses. And I know it's coffee dyed, but you can see the blue through it, which is cool for this particular journal because I'm doing more blues. But I think I'm going to end up covering quite a bit of it for this one. And this will just be an extra that I can use down the road. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I didn't think I was going to get a video done. And yet to see for sure, but we're trying. We're going to try it and see how far we get. It cut out like 5 times this morning, and I was just like, I'm done. I'm not going to keep starting over or try to piece it all together or whatever. It was just making me angry, so I had to stop for a while. And then, like I said, once everybody, you know, went to school and wherever, then I figured I might be able to do it a little bit again. I'm going to use this piece of lace to kind of go right up here, I think. Just because I just need like a thin strip of it. So yeah, technology really starts to drive me crazy after a while, because I feel like I spend so much of my time just trying to get this stuff to work. And there's like, you know, 1 million other things I would rather be doing. So this may end up being actually a Wednesday video. So you may be watching this on Wednesday. Because by the time I get it all uploaded and everything, I might just save it. Because if I'm still having trouble tomorrow, I don't want to deal with it. I just want to get my work done that I need to do. Not that I don't love coming and chatting with you guys. I just get aggravated with the technology portion of it all. So, get out a new book here. But yeah. All my woes, right? Does get tiresome though. I love that old video camera. I know it wasn't always the best picture, especially near the end because the light wasn't good, but for a long time it worked great for me. Then it just got tired. I'm going to come over a little bit, even though I'm kind of covering that rounded part of the window. I'm not going to worry about it because you're not going to see the other side anyways. It's just hard to cover those the right way entirely. So yeah. Yeah, I wish I was super tech savvy. That would be excellent. I always have to remind my son because he, you know, he's been basically using technology his whole life. I didn't let him use it for as long as I could possibly keep him away from it, but you know how that goes these days. But he sometimes doesn't get why it's so hard, you know, for me to understand or do or whatever. And it's like, you have to realize that I really barely had any computer classes or anything didn't have a computer and we just didn't do this all the time. We didn't mess with this stuff all the time. Didn't have it. So, yeah, he gets frustrated. But, I mean, I get it. Because he just gets it. So, I can see how it's frustrating when you totally understand and other people just don't. It's got to be just aggravating. But what are you going to do? I could put some of this on there. This top part's kind of cool. The music and all. So anyways, I mean, he's actually super patient for a kid his age with me, but there are times when he's just like, I don't understand why you don't understand this. It's like, because I'm old, okay? And I feel bad because sometimes people contact me through Etsy, you know, because they are having trouble downloading digitals or whatnot. And there's often times when I just don't know, especially if it's like an Apple iPad or something. I mean, I just have no clue how that even works, or really sometimes what to tell people. Because there's just too many operating systems and too many, you know, I have no idea of knowing how people have stuff set up. It's just tricky. And we had like one of the first Apple iPads when they came out, but it's been years and, you know, the technology changes and stuff. I just don't really know anything about them anymore. We just have, you know, regular computers. Kids have laptops, but and they know how to run all kinds of stuff, but I don't. Okay, so that's that little guy. See, that will look pretty cool glued down. I think I might cover this with something. I probably should have done that before I glued it. Just take a piece of this skinny one. Just so we don't see the blue when you look inside of there. Because that's kind of a bummer. Sticking my fingers. Yeah, so these are super easy. You could make loads of these real quick. These would be fun for Christmas too. Do some Christmas paper and get them all, get a bunch of them made up. If I was ever good at that. My focus needs more focus, as I always say, because it's not great. I'm good for a couple, and then I just sort of am on to the next thing. I'd be much better off if I would just make a whole bunch of something, but sorry, I've got a frog in my throat today. Yeah, I like that better. I mean, it's blue on this side too, but I don't think that's a big deal. I just don't want to, when I open it, I don't want to just see blue. So yeah, these are great because that's super fun. I'll show you the one I did. So see, I left some of the coffee dyed and the blue because it was fine for this one. And then when you put that in there, you can see it through the window. So yeah, those are really fun to make. So make yourself up a bunch of those. And then this one we're going to decorate in the blues because I think I'll go ahead and use it in this journal. think that's okay, because that'll get glued down. My throat was fine earlier, but of course I turned on the camera, so now my throat's gonna drive me batty. So this is 3 pretty good envelope ideas out of these just regular legal size window envelopes. And you could do a lot of these with any size window envelope. That one we just did would be really cool with like one of the bigger window ones, you know, because you just have more viewing area basically. So let's use up some more scraps here. Go ahead and cover these little guys. I might not have to cover these entirely. Let's see. I want to use a darker blue on that. Remove these. But yeah, I got all my pages are ready to go. I just gotta. Nora's gonna send me some fabric to go on the cover, so I'm not going to start the cover until I have that, because she wanted kind of a damask or a toile, that's the word. So once I have that, I'll be all set. Oh, I did that a lot longer than I needed to, huh? I was going that way. Need to tear that edge. So you can make up a bunch of these too. Just a little something different. Good use of the whole envelope. Some letter from Rachel at Roxy Creations. I don't know what I want to use. Use some of this kind of lace. I like this better, but I don't think I've got a big enough piece. This has some writing. This is from Artymaze. This would work. So this is basically there. There's the end. No, we don't want that top edge. It's got the part that needs to be torn off. So yeah, let me know what you guys have been up to. Have you been making fall journals, or I mean, some of you I get to see on Instagram or whatever what you've been doing, but it's just fun to hear. I love fall journals. I think I could do those forever because I just love those colors. I do enjoy Christmas journals too, but I can only do them, I mean, usually because you start early, right? So by the time Christmas comes, and then after, even though I should probably, you know, make some so I have them for the next year, I just can't talk myself into it. It's time to move on. It's the only thing I can't do the same thing over and over. I just get bored. I think we're all kind of like that. hanging over a little bit, so we'll trim it up. Okay, so what do we want to put on there? Let's see, got some of these from, I think those are too big, Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. It's her Victorian scrap. I have them in the shrunk down size too. I like these two little kiddos, they're cute. This lady with the book. It's like these are too small, but the other ones were too big. It's always tricky getting the size of the ephemera right. These guys. I like that one better. And I'm going to see if I can find one of Rachel's doilies. And that's Rachel Roxy Creations. I'm sure you guys know, but I just like to make sure in case you want to go get some of her doilies. If you don't have them, she's had them out for quite a while, but I know we've got lots of new people, which is awesome. I like that one. Thought I had more of them printed out. Weird. Let me get this little person cut out. Sorry, concentration, right? Don't ask me to think of things to talk about when I'm doing this, because it probably won't happen. Okay. Just so white. I know I can ink them, but man, they are like seriously white. I think I might tear that one in half. Kind of go like this. Don't like that. Let's see. I just don't think that's big enough, that little face. It's like I need to go a size up or something. It looks like it's too small and it looks silly. Any of these fit? Could kind of go around that a little bit. A bird, a bitty bird. girl's so cute, but she's too tall. Too tall. Teacup? No. I don't know. I might have to wait and do the back and then try to figure it out. Isn't that funny how sometimes it just doesn't work? It's like you just got to find that perfect thing that works on there. But I found this, so that's good. So we can use this on the other side here. Just do a piece about like that. And sometimes you just got to stop and come back to it. Some things are more of a struggle than others. Wow, I did not do a good job on that, did I? Well, that bugs me. Some butterflies. Let's do maybe I'll put that on the bottom and I'll do the butterflies up the side. That might make more sense. Trying to figure out how I was going to get the butterflies to work on there. But I think if I do this and then oh my goodness, my husband and I have been watching that Penny Dreadful. It's just like watching a train wreck. Like, we can't stop, even though some of it we're just like, oh my goodness, I don't want to watch this. But I love like the costuming and you know, because it's set kind of in the 1800s, and so I love all that about it. But there's a lot of stuff that I don't particularly like. But we were watching it last night. I was like, oh my gosh, you just got to turn it off because it's just crazy the stuff that goes on in that show, I think. And I'm old, so. But yeah, it's wild. I feel like I'm just doing everything up and down here. That's kind of the way my paper is going, unfortunately. I'll just trim that little piece off, it'll be fine. And then maybe if we put like a tag, I do struggle with these odd shaped things, I know that. So if you do too, don't feel bad, because I think it's just like you want it a certain way and it's just not, you know, working for you. And I think our brains like defined areas or something like that. I don't really know, but it just feels like that to me. Well, this is cool, but I need something else right there. I guess I can just put a little piece of something, because I do like that on there. Dropping them everywhere. This is how I end up with a giant mess, because I just keep setting stuff over there. Maybe I'll use a piece of this. Do that, and I'll just snip that off. And then when I put some other stuff on there, I think it'll be all right. Maybe if I can get this side decorated, I'll be able to visualize the other side. Which is a dilemma at times. So yeah, oh, and I checked, some of you gave me some great ideas for shows, and a lot of them aren't on Netflix anymore. They kind of have changed, or, you know, taken off a lot of stuff, which is a bummer, because like my husband every night would watch chairs before he'd go to bed. And so they took that off. He was really upset because he's like, it just helps me go to sleep. But yeah, so unfortunately I didn't get to see any of those shows that you all were talking about because they're not on there anymore. Which is a bummer. Because it's fun to talk about that stuff, you know, especially if you guys have seen it. Yeah, I think that's going to be cool. Oh, this needs to get that stuck down. There we go. So I do like this on here. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, my phone's going crazy. And of course, both my kids aren't here, so then that makes me nervous. Sorry, I just have to check this really quick. I know, I'm a nervous Nelly. I truly am. I'm probably the worst, but I just, you know, want to make sure that they're not having a, like I said, my daughter has to drive quite a ways, so. Definitely like that on there. What else though? Oh, one of these might be kind of fun. These are from maybe Mirage. Flower. I was going to go for that lady, but I like this flower right here. Wow, that was some awful cutting skills right there. Okay. I don't know, that's kind of a lot of blue, huh? Yellow maybe? I really like that flower, but I could use one of these other flowers. You guys ready to scream yet? You should be. I kind of like the pink. There. So Jobeth, Sexton, I think she's just finished that Halloween journal that I was telling you guys she was going to do using my Halloween digis. And I don't know if she has it up yet on her channel, but I know she's getting ready to put it up. So I will put a link in the description box. Definitely go check that out. And then I know Lorie at Enchanted Dreams 71 finished the fall journal and did a flip through. So, and I'll try to remember to link hers as well. So you can check them both out. They're just kind of doing guest design team stuff. Actually, Lorie, I didn't even ask her to do this fall one. She had my fall digi and my old posters autumn and used those too. She just did them because she wanted to, so that was awesome. This can go here. I like that side, so we just need something maybe a bit bigger on this side than what I had. So let's see what I can find. If I have any other like tickets that would be, that's huge, but it's kind of cool, vintage. Let's see if I cut it out. Because you never have this, the scissors or things that match, right? My son went to lunch with a friend, so he was texting me that they're going to look for Halloween costumes. So funny. Big kids. What do I want to put with that? I got enough numbers. Doesn't really go. Why am I struggling with this so bad today? It's really weird. Just feel like I'm flailing or something. And these are Medieval Mirage roses. On her pages, and I'm sorry, I don't know which digi these are from. She's got lots. And they're very extensive, like there's lots in them, and so sometimes it's hard to remember which kit exactly stuff comes from. I feel like it needs like lace. I think it's the dilemma that I'm having. Okay. See, sometimes if you just walk away for a minute, it helps. It's amazing how long it took me to do those two little things. I'm going to use this just because I've got the lace. I just want to make sure that it's not coming up anywhere. Yeah, I like that. I think Artymaze calls these tickets and things Oddments or something like that. But yeah, they're in her shop. I have a couple of her digis. I think there's more than one of those. But it's always fun to have tickets and things because it's like you can use them for loads of things. I like that. I am going to put just a little bit of this under this glue. Under this glue, yes, I'm going to put, oh boy, I'm going to put glue under the lace. How's that? Yeah, I like that. That's good. So then see, it'll go on the page and you'll have that on one side and that on the other. And then you can make some cool tags to go in them. And then we did this one too, and I did the one in blue to go in the journal. So these will be in the same journal. And then this will go into a different journal. But super easy to make. Those are quite a bit easier than the envelope that we did yesterday. But you know, just different style of thing. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye bye now.